As of the current date, in the USA, significant developments have emerged in the global currency landscape that could mark a major turning point for holders of the Iraqi dinar, Vietnamese dong, and Zimbabwean dollar. What was once speculation has now evolved into confirmed action behind the scenes. Financial institutions and high-level insiders have begun operating under a newly activated global exchange system. For viewers of Iraqi Dinar News, this moment signifies more than rumor. It represents a real-time shift that could redefine currency redemption as we know it. Late into the evening hours, confidential memos began circulating among elite financial groups, confirming the launch of a new revaluation framework referred to as GRF Phase 1. This first stage is no longer hypothetical, it's operational. A select group of currency holders has already begun receiving discreet invitations to verify accounts and finalize their documentation. The previously cumbersome redemption process, plagued by verification delays and outdated requirements, is undergoing a complete overhaul. A new multi-tiered system has been activated, leveraging biometric verification, blockchain-backed records, and strict international compliance standards. Major players like HSBC and Citibank have already confirmed their systems are fully integrated with this upgraded protocol. Every redemption now feeds into a tamper-proof digital ledger overseen by global monetary authorities. This level of oversight eliminates ambiguity and dramatically reduces the risk of fraud or counterfeit currency. Transactions routed through certified redemption centers and Tier 1 banks are now protected by these hardened security protocols. However, the bar for participation has risen significantly. If your proof of funds, currency inventory, or documentation is outdated or incomplete, you could find yourself excluded. This isn't about ease, it's about exactitude. Delay equals denial in this updated environment. Although American banks haven't made official statements, verified insiders confirm that institutions such as Wells Fargo, Chase, and Bank of America have already activated internal dashboards for IQD and VND. These systems include biometric logins, threshold monitoring, and secure appointment setups, all operating under strict confidentiality agreements. Only pre-cleared clients are receiving communications, often through private banking relationships. Early access is being reserved for verified account holders with authenticated volume and documented transactions. If you haven't been contacted or onboarded yet, there's a strong possibility you're not in the priority wave. That doesn't mean it's over, but it does mean you must act fast. Reach out to your financial institution and confirm your status immediately. Those who are proactive will have a better chance at favorable rates and shorter queues. Financial experts are no longer in speculation mode, they're raising alarms. Dr. Stephen Marcus from Stanford's Global Finance Institute has confirmed that the cross-border blockchain framework is not only active but specifically designed to support this revaluation effort. Meanwhile, former HSBC executive Clark Simmons revealed that internal banking teams are being mobilized to prioritize high-value clients in anticipation of surging redemption volumes. Across global forex markets, irregular pricing behavior in IQD and VND has been noted. These aren't random anomalies. They appear to be controlled test events meant to validate the stability of the new system without triggering market panic. Analysts describe these moments as stealth activations, historically seen just before major structural shifts. Tokyo briefly saw IQD surge toward $2.90 before resetting, and Zurich experienced the VND touch $328.00 before stabilizing. All signs pointing to systems being tested and adjusted in real time. Tier 1 banks are now initiating scheduling protocols as early as midnight Eastern Time. These sessions aren't open to the general public. They're designed for verified holders who have completed every requirement, down to digital currency scans and government-issued identification. If you haven't registered or updated your profile with verified deposit instructions, the window may close before you can act. Redemption terms will differ based on credentials, with top-tier participants potentially accessing contract rate levels. Perhaps the most surprising development of the night is the confirmed inclusion of the Zimbabwean dollar. Specifically, the 100 trillion ZWL notes from the 2008 sovereign bond issue are now being accepted under a strict framework. These notes must be accompanied by notarized verification, pre-2025 clearance, and digitized acquisition records that tie them to verified U.S. or offshore institutions. Additionally, smart contracts based on crypto infrastructure may be used to securely disperse funds tied to these redemptions. This is not a blanket acceptance. Only properly validated ZWL holders meeting all required criteria will be allowed into the process. Analysts expect private banking groups to begin issuing secure links and encrypted access portals within the next few hours. If you hold ZWL and haven't completed documentation or verification steps, this is likely your final opportunity. Digitize your inventory, confirm legal acquisition paths, and make sure your records are uploaded to approved networks. Waiting for mainstream confirmation could mean missing the wave entirely. Multiple higher-legged signals have come from financial centers across the U.S., including Texas, Florida, and California. In those states, selected redemption centers have been instructed to ramp up staff between 9:00 a.m. and 3:00 a.m. to manage a flood of appointments. These centers are reportedly linked to live U.S. Treasury clearing systems, operating under supervision from both the IMF and the BIS. Access windows may last mere minutes, meaning only those who are fully prepared will benefit from this limited opportunity. While tonight's activity marks only the start of the protocol, experts project a second stage will follow within the next 10 to 14 days. That next phase is expected to bring wider visibility to exchange rates and allow for broader public access. In the meantime, Phase 1 will remain focused on internal infrastructure testing, limited scheduling, and the onboarding of early participants. Anticipate ongoing forex volatility, especially in currencies like IQD, VND, and select African notes, as this transformation unfolds. Financial modeling suggests the Iraqi dinar could float between $5.10 and $6.45, while the Vietnamese dong might stabilize between $2.90 and $3.95 depending on institutional agreements. ZWL redemptions are projected to conclude by Q3 of 2025, often structured through smart bonds or contract-based releases. Simultaneously, post-redemption support is being arranged for early participants, including tax compliance, wealth preservation, and asset allocation services, marking this not only as a currency event but a foundational migration into a fully regulated, blockchain-governed global financial system. This is not merely a rate change, it is a complete redesign of how value is measured, transferred, and protected in the modern economy. Tonight's activations are not test runs, they are the first real-world applications of a system that has been years in the making. Verified memos, institutional dashboards, and back-end software updates all point to one undeniable truth. The reset is no longer approaching, it has begun. For those still on the sidelines, the message is simple. If you've not received confirmation of access, haven't uploaded your documentation, or failed to complete digital verification, time is no longer your ally. Secure channels such as encrypted banking platforms, Telegram intel groups, and official redemption portals are now the essential tools for those wishing to participate. If you receive an access code or invitation, act without hesitation. Every moment counts. Delays may disqualify you. The largest financial transition of our lifetime may be unfolding in silence, but the ripple effects will soon reach everyone. July 6, 2025 is a date that may be remembered as the turning point for the global financial infrastructure. If you're holding IQD, VND, or ZWL, the question isn't whether the system is ready, it's whether you are. Because once this window closes, it may not open again. Preparation is no longer optional. It is now the difference between participating in generational wealth or being left behind. Thank you for tuning in to Iraqi Dinar News. If this report helped bring clarity to your strategy, be sure to subscribe, Turn on notifications and stay connected. What lies ahead is not speculation, it's execution. The reset has begun, and your actions tonight may define your position for years to come.